Ravi this side from Learn and Grow channel. So today we are going to study lambda function, lambda, map and filter function in Python. So these are very important concept. So this gonna be very important video for Python. So please watch it carefully. Okay, first we see what is lambda function. So lambda function is also called anonymous function. Means the function which doesn't have its name, or we can also say single line function. Okay, let me give you example. Uh, Suppose if I have this is my lambda function. I define a lambda function. So first let us take normal function. Suppose I have a normal function that takes two arguments a and b, and what it does, it do the addition and return to you back. This is a function. Now I want to define this using lambda. So in lambda, lambda is your keyword, and then you have what argument it's going to take. So it's going to take two arguments, suppose a and b, and then what it will return to you, it will return sum of a plus b. So this is our, oh, you don't require return statement in your lambda function. So this is your lambda function is prepared. So this function you can write in this way by using a one line. So a and b, first these a and b specify what input parameter is take, and this is return, what does it return. You don't need to include the uh, return statement in your lambda keyword. Okay, now let us see. I will hash this. So if you want to run this function, so no name is required for this function. So you can run it like it will take two parameter 4 and 3, and if I print it, you will get the sum of 4 and 3. So this is your lambda function. Okay, so how we generally write it? You can take a, suppose I take sum. Sum is, you can take any name here. So now what sum will store? If I print type of sum. Okay, what sum is a function. So your function is stored in this sum. Now you can call your function by supplying the arguments. So I can supply 3 comma 4. Suppose I want to sum, then it will give me the sum of 3 and 4. So this is the way to define a lambda function. So first lambda is the keyword, then what input parameter it will take and what it will going to return to you. No need of using the return keyword in your lambda function. So we call it anonymous because it can have any name. We can assign it to any variable, and then this variable will become a function by using this name. Then we can call this function. So lambda function are also called immediately invoked function expression. Immediately invoked expression function. Okay, let me give you more example of lambda, then things will be more clear. Okay, suppose if I have uh, a function, there is a function define is even is a function that will take argument num as input. Then if num equal to 0, it means I am checking for even number, then it will return you true, else it's gonna return you false. Okay, return false. This is my function. So if I call my function is even is my name of function. I call it by using 7 and I check what it will return. Okay, I have to do print here. Print is even 7. So it gave me false. So it means 7 is not a even number. So how I can write this function by using my lambda. Okay, I can write a function. Suppose I take the name of function even underscore check, then lambda keyword, then I will check num. It will take input parameter none. It will return true if num percentage 2 equal to 0, else it will return false. Num if let me check lambda spelling is wrong lambda. So in this way I can write my lambda function by using if and else statement as well. So if I do print even underscore check, suppose I check for 99, then it will return you false because 99 is not a even number. So this is what is the input parameter and this is if condition, and it will return true if this condition is satisfied, else it will return false. Or I can also write this statement in such a way. Uh, okay, I can write this function in a short form like this also. Define is even. Okay, let me remove it. Define is even. It will take input argument num, then it will return num percentage 2 equal to 0. So it means if your number is divisible by 2, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So I can write my function in this way also, and then lambda will become short. It will take num and what is going to return num percentage 2, it's going to return equal to 0. So if I run my function print is even 99, and if I do print even underscore check 99, so I should get the same result. So this is the lambda function. Okay, let me explain again. You will have a keyword lambda, then input parameter what you need to take, suppose x and y, then what it's going to return to you, suppose x plus y. So it is very simple lambda expression. So without name, if I want to write, I can write in this way. I can supply the arguments here as well without using any name, and then I can write here print, so I will get output from my function 7. So lambda function is covered. Now let us move towards map function. What is map? What does map do? Okay, so by using map, uh, you can do one thing. So map function return a list of results after applying the given function to each item of given iterable list. Okay, so syntax will be like this. So you will be having a function, and then iterable can be your list, string, or your tuple set, anything can be there. So by using iterable, so suppose I have a list underscore 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my list. Now, suppose I want to calculate the square of each number in my list. So now I will use uh, map function. Okay, for map to work, you need to have a function that is a driver. Okay, suppose I have a function here that by using this, I will calculate the cube. Define cube x, and it's going to return x power 3. So this is the function you have. Now you need to create a list cube1 equal to list is the keyword you need to use. You need to convert your map object to list, and your function is here cube, and iterable can be any list. So suppose if I have list underscore 1 equal to 1 2 3 4, and if I give here list underscore 1, and if I print my list cube 1, so see what will happen. So here you get the square of each number in the list. So what does map do? This function, it take a function and apply this function to all of your iterables one by one. Okay, so I can write my q function by using lambda statement as well. So if I write here lambda x, I need 3, then x. One second, map lambda, okay. X will be the input, and I need power 3. And my list is list underscore 1 is 1 2 3 4. So in this way, this is my function. I have replaced my q function by using lambda statements, by using my one line statement. So if I run it, I will get the same output. Okay, so in this way you have used your map with combination of lambda. Driver function, the function that is driving my map function, can be written driver function of map can be written with lambda. So see how easy, you don't need to define any function here, and by using one line your everything is done here. Okay, let me give you one more example. Okay, suppose I have to make a list underscore 1. It will be a list, so I'm using the list keyword here. Map lambda, then x is the input, and x into x, or my iterable can be, I can define, I think, for x in, let me see if I can write in this way, for x in range 10. This is not working, or I will do one thing, list underscore 2, and my list underscore 2 is a list that is in range of 10. Okay, so let me explain you. Here I have created a list. You can print your list here. Print list underscore 2. Now each value in my list. Okay, first let me hash it. So let me show you what we have in our list. So we have 0 to 9 by using range function. We have created our list. Now each element in the list I will multiply by itself. So 0 into 0, then 1 into 1, and that will be stored in my new list that I'm creating by using map. So if I do here print list underscore 1, one second, map, some mistake here, they should not come. Okay, now let me run. list. See, you have got the square of every number in the list. Okay, let me give you one more example, one very important example. Okay, uh, suppose you have a list. In your list, you contain elements, and those elements, suppose, have space around them. Suppose this is a string, and suppose it have some space in its element. So what I want to write, by using map, I want to create a new list, and that list element should not contain the space. So I'm going to create a list underscore 2, then list keyword, then map, then I will use lambda. S will be the input, and what it going to return, s strip. Strip is my function that will remove the space, and then another argument will be list underscore 1. I will make it here list underscore 1. So if you print your new list here, list underscore 2, now check. So all the spaces are removed. So by using this, you can perform operation on all the very elements of your iterable. So here iterable was list, so I have removed space by using this. Okay, one more example can be, suppose if I want to take a list of integer as a input, list from a user, then I can do map int function. I can say here input. Here I can write please enter number, and here I can say uh, input, and here list input. One second, list dot split. I hope this is okay now, or I need one more I need. So if I, here what I'm doing, I'm taking multiple number, please enter numbers separated by space, and then each number, by using int, I will convert into integer, and then I will get a list that will contain the integer. All the integer will be there, because by default if I take the input, then it's a string for me. So now I have converted every input to a list of integer. Let me run it. 2 3 4 5. See, I got 2 3 4 5. If I again try to run it, 2 3 4 5, if I enter something here, suppose string, then it will give you error, because it will try to convert it into uh, integer, but it will not be able to do it. So in this way, you can use map for converting your inputs into integer as well. Okay, let me take few more examples. Map is clear to you. Lambda is clear to you. We have seen how we can combine lambda and map as well. Now we will see some more example. Let me show you of map. Okay, see this, can you understand this? This will convert a list is the keyword. Okay, if I don't give list here, what will happen? So it's a function. Range 6 will create a list for you. So if I do type of print type of cubes, if I do print type of cubes, what is the mistake in this? Print type of cubes I will do. See what you can. This is map object you are getting here. So to convert this object, you need to convert into list. Or I can do one thing. If I play loop in this, for I in map print I. So see what will come to you. Type object is okay. Here should be it, cubes. For I in cubes. Okay, let me run it. So you get each element one by one. So in cubes, cube was my map object, and I can iterate over map objects. So here I have iterated over my map object, or if I want to convert it into a map object into a list, I can use list also here. So if I print type of cubes here, then it will give me list because I have converted my cubes into list, and if I print my list here, I will get all the elements of my list. So here I get this list. So I hope map is clear to you. Now we will proceed with filter function. So what filter function work? So filter method filter the given sequence with the help of a function. So map was also derived by a function. The filter is also derived by a function. So by using filter method, you filter the given sequence with the help of a function, driver function that tests each element in a sequence is true or not. Okay, let me give you example. I have a element list 1 equal to 2, 3, 5, 10. Now in this my list, I want to take the elements which are greater than suppose 3. So I will prepare a list underscore to a new list. Here I will take list because filter will also give me object. Then filter. Here you write the function. So I write using lambda, or I can write another function also, but it is a very simple function. So I am using the one line or anonymous function, my lambda function. Lambda x, it will return if x is greater than 2, all the elements which are greater than 2, and then list one. So now see what you get in your list. Run it. So you get 3, 5, 10, all the elements that were. So what does filter do? It applies this function to all the items of my iterables. In this case, it was list. So it was an example. Okay, let me give you some more example. Now let us write a big function. Okay, suppose I have a function, define function. What this function do? It filter from a list only the vowels. So okay, suppose I have letters and I have here list of my vowels here is there. Okay, then if variable in letters, spelling of variable, let me correct it. If variable in letters, then return true, else return false. So this is my function. So suppose I have a sequence here, this is my sequence, and I want to filter out only the elements which are vowel in this. So I can prepare a filter underscore list equal to list filter. What is my function name? Fun, and I need to apply on sequence. So if I print filter underscore list, then I will get in my list only the elements that are vowels. So these were the only vowels present in my list. Okay, or let me give you more example. Suppose I have a sequence that contain odd and even number both, and from my result I want to prepare a result list, and by using filter function, the function is lambda. I'm going to write here lambda, then x. I want to make return only uh, even number, and I want to apply to my sequence. So in this way I will get list of integer number. I will get the list of only even numbers in this way. Object here I need to convert into by using list, then I will get a list 0 to 8. Okay, or if I give you one more example, suppose I have two lists and I want to add these two lists by using map. Now I'm giving you miscellaneous example. Okay, map lambda. Here it will take two input and it will give me x plus y. Then two sequence I have number 1 and number 2. So in this way I can add my two list as well. So map is applied to two list. This is also important. So you can print result. So here you will get a list that will contain sum of 1 and 4, 2 and 5 and 6 and 3. Okay, one last example let me give you. Suppose I have a list and then what I need to do, I need to make a sublist of this, like a sublist that contain SAT, then BAT and CAT. So how I can do it? By using map function. I can make a list map, then map will take the list function, and this is my L, and if I print my test I will get sublist inside my list. Okay, let me print it. So in this way you get sublist inside your list. So these concepts were very important, so please watch again carefully, because some beginners these things look like difficult, but if you practice then these things are very simple. And in the professional pe- people codes you will see lot of list, map, lambda, filter function, so you need to practice them a lot. I hope you like the video. So if you like my video, please subscribe my channel.